Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the very first episode of the Who's Talkin' podcast. I'm Christian, I'm your host who's talking, and let's just get right into it. This podcast is going to be a little bit of everything. We're going to have guests, we're going to have polls, celebrity news, weird sports drama, TV, movies, video games, music, whatever. You know what I mean? A little bit of everything, because the state of things right now, there's plenty to talk about. So we're going to talk about plenty. First thing, let's get straight into it. Enough of the intro. You can find this podcast on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. So if you want to listen to me while you're in the car or doing homework, you'll be able to find me wherever you like to listen to podcasts too. First thing, I was on Twitter the other day, and I saw that Will Smith, everyone's favorite dad, uncle, cousin actor, and what was the role he had? I don't know. Cop? Bad Boys? They're rebooting Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. And so I saw the trailer, and it looks awful, right? Because the thing about the Fresh Prince is that it was, fun. It was funny. It was like a sitcom. You had the live audience, I think. Had, colorful characters, this, that, and the third. Celebrity guests. I think Don Cheadle was in an episode of Fresh Prince before. But now it's like Power. You know that 50 Cent show? It was like Power, all the drug deals and the gang banging and the corruption and all that. The new Fresh Prince is like, yeah, okay, he was in West Philadelphia, born and raised, but instead of getting into a tussle, he just started pulling out a gun and started shooting. And he pulled out a gun and just started blasting the air because I guess someone was getting jumped. And so he gets arrested, and some dude in the jail just, excuse me, some dude in the jail just wants to kill him, I guess. And so he just goes down to his uncle's house, and it gets worse. It gets so much worse because you got the uncle. He's not this fun-loving but slightly serious, jolly guy. And now he's like this. I think he's probably like an alpha, like the fraternity, and he's all serious. It's literally just like Power, but it's like CW made it. Like the people that made Euphoria, all those teenagers doing crack. If those people made the Fresh Prince, if those people made Power, that's what the new Fresh Prince looks like. So you've just got this rich elite people. They don't really care for Will, and it's oh, we owe their family, we owe Will's family everything. That's why we're taking him in. It's just so strange because the whole family just looks like they're a bunch of mafia leaders, and even Carlton's weird now. He's not just that goofy light skinned guy anymore. He's just did a little dance now. He's like, oh yeah, this is my school. These are my people. You gotta follow what I do. And it's just what is going on? You got fights and people just getting dumped in pools, and he's like, oh, I need to find out who I am, but stay to my roots. It's Fresh Prince was not like this. It's all serious now. I don't even think there's gonna be any comedy in it. It's so strange. And everyone's like, oh, well, this is what Will Smith wanted. I guess he's the producer, and so this is what he wants. So we gotta respect it. And I was like, no, I'm not even someone who oh, I hate reboots of movies or TV. No, this just looks bad, right? Will Smith, as we all know, kind of went insane after that whole 5 months of just his wife Jada just explaining how much she hates him every other week. That was such a crazy freaking time. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it was in 2021. It just kept happening where there would just be something about how Will and Jada just kind of despise each other. It all started, I think it was early 2021, right? Late 2020, where this pop singer, Lena, this dude, it's oh yeah, me and Jada had a entanglement. We were together while her and Will were still together, and I wanted her to be with me instead of Will. And so everyone's what? What? And so, Jada has this show called Red Table Talks, and her and Will got on the show, and she's yeah, that's where the entanglement came from. She said, we had an entanglement, I guess they went on a break or something, but I only know how you can get on a break when you're married with kids, but maybe I'm missing something. And excuse me, I hate allergies. Good grief. I'm in New Orleans right now, but it's still like 50 degrees. 50 degrees, there's like palm trees in New Orleans. I don't understand it. Recycle, y'all. But no, as I was saying, forget. Yeah, that's where the Will Smith crying meme came from. It just has to listen to how his wife was just like messing with the dude 30 years younger than Will. But it gets so much worse. It gets worse because you think that'd be the end of it, because it was obviously a mutual separation, I guess, between Will and Jada. But it gets worse because then he's kind of like people start talking about Jada's. This was like a couple months after Jada's relationship to Tupac, which I had no idea was a thing at first. That was crazy to me. Apparently, Jada was just like obsessed and in love with Tupac. Like that was his homegirl, and they were in love, right? It's so crazy because I saw that when Tupac had died, right? Apparently, Jada was just distraught. It was so bad that Willow Smith, their kid, was writing letters to Tupac saying, "Come on, you gotta come back. My mom misses you." Whole time, Will is just there, just having to deal with that. That's crazy. Like, I mean, obviously recipe to Tupac, but imagine you married with kids, and all of a sudden another celebrity dies, and then your wife is just acting like she just lost the love of her life, because that's how people were putting it. That's how people were putting it. Oh my goodness. And then it was just like, there was something else. But I can't remember what that was. But it was just like a good 4 months where it would just be like, oh yeah, I hated my husband for like a good 3 years. It's like, whoa. People had enough. They're just like, everything I've learned about these two relationships was against my own will. And I agree. Especially because everyone thought like Jada and Will were like the couple, especially back in the day. You had J. Cole being like, I want that Jada and Will love. And, ouch. But no, enough about that because I don't want to spread too much drama. That's not true. I love drama, but I don't want to talk too much on that. We gotta move on. Other stuff. Watched Spider-Man the other day. Spider-Man No Way Home. Yeah, No Way Home. That was a really good movie. That was really, really good. It was an 8 out of 10 for me. A lot of people were saying it was like the greatest Marvel movie ever made. I'm not gonna spoil it. No spoilers. Don't worry about that. No spoilers. But I wouldn't say that. I think Black Panther. Sheesh, I can't speak today. I think Black Panther had more of a special place in my heart. Speaking of Black Panther, actually, before I even get into Spider-Man, it's just so crazy because Black Panther 2 is confirmed. You have Ryan Coogler, the director. I know he is stressed out. Apparently, he's already like changed the script 2-3 times. He just doesn't know what to do with it because Chadwick Boseman, as in the main character of Black Panther, rest in peace. He's gone. He's dead and gone now. The cancer. So he really doesn't know what to do with it because you could have the little sister Shuri be the new Black Panther because that's what it's like in the comics every so often. But at the same time, I think it's Letitia Wright. She is a person of controversy. I love how I'm bringing this up, even though I just said can't talk about drama too much. But hey, who knows? But anyway, she's a topic of discussion because she is big on the whole anti-vax thing. Letitia Wright, Leetta Wright. She's big on the anti-vax thing. Right, and so she's been shredding out misinformation here and there, and just like these weird works of writing that I'm not really sure where she got them from, but she was like trying to spread them around on set. So that was confusing, and so now people are trying to get her off the movies and just have her be replaced, and other people are trying to replace Chadwick Boseman. So we don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know if the release date got pushed back. I don't even think there is a release date, but hey, we'll see what happens. Shoot. I mean, I know it's gonna be good because Ryan Coogler is a great director from what we've all seen. But back to Spider-Man. It was a good movie. It's so funny because I was worried because of COVID, the Marion or Omicron variant out and about, and apparently there's a new variant in France right now, but I guess that one really isn't dangerous at all, so that's good. Yeah, I was a little nervous going to the movie theater right now, but I was able to go to a local one, and I was actually the only person in the theater. I went down there. It was a Tuesday at 3:50, and there was not a single person in that movie theater. It was the best. Like I've always wanted that, right? You just get the best seats, sit wherever you want, be as loud as you want. You can just be on your phone, right? Because ain't no one gonna yell at you, and no one gonna tell you to shut up. I mean, I wasn't on my phone, Don't be on your phone when you're in movies, kids. That's not cool. That's not cool. But no, it was so funny. It was so great because I knew it was gonna happen, right? I was expecting there to be like, dude maybe skipping work, kids playing hooky or something. Nah, only one in the movie theater. Best day ever. I mean, a big old thing of nachos, some milk duds. They didn't have slushies at this movie theater, which was horrible, but that's fine. I got me a big old thing of sparkling water. And can we talk about sparkling water? Because apparently, I'm like the only one that likes sparkling water. I don't understand. It's so good. Like everyone's like, oh, it tastes like TV static. Like, grow up, please. Because sparkling water is the best, especially like the flavored stuff. I remember my dad, he had bought this like lemon flavored sparkling water, and apparently it was a hit. I can't drink it. I'm allergic to lemon. That's a story for another time. But I gave myself that allergy. I gotta have something for you guys to look forward to. You know what I mean? Yeah, sparkling water is so good. Like San Pellegrino, Perrier. Perrier would make that good. No, it's Pellegrino. They make that like grapefruit sparkling water. It's like a LaCroix, but you can actually like taste the fruit and all that. Because LaCroix is LaCroix are good, right? But then there's no real reason for you to drink a LaCroix, right? Because no one ever is craving a LaCroix. Just like in the fridge, you're like, you know what? I want to go healthy today. No, you just get a San Pellegrino or a kombucha. A LaCroix is just, I don't know. Maybe, I remember I had a teacher who had like LaCroix on her desk. And like maybe that was just like her replacement. She would just drink that every time like we wanted to make her like drink. Maybe that was just like a way to not just start chugging vodka or something. But who knows? Because I haven't had LaCroix in a very long time. But I gotta get these flavored San Pellegrinos. You always get them at the airport. Ooh, yeah, they're expensive. So I gotta find them cheaper. But Spider-Man. Oh, no more Spider-Man. I don't want to spoil it. It's still in the theaters. Go watch it though. It's really good. Hawkeye was really good too. I watched that with my family. Watched the season finale a couple of days ago. That was a really good show. It's just there's some stuff I'm confused about, but again, okay. Here's what I'll do. If you don't want to hear Hawkeye spoilers, just skip to like I don't know, maybe a couple minutes, right? What I'm confused about with Hawkeye is now that it's confirmed that you have like the Kingpin in this, and it's the same Kingpin that was in like the Daredevil show a couple years back that wasn't connected to the movies. Like, are the shows back then connected to the movies now? Because you have the shows that are right now; those are connected to the movies, like Loki and things like Moon Knight coming out. So you have those shows; they're connected to the movies. But I guess. Now, I don't know if they're just rehiring all the actors. I don't know what they're doing. Because it's still Marvel at the end of the day. So we'll see. Another movie that I've been excited to watch, never got the chance to, was Eternals. Right, that comes out on streaming next Wednesday, or whenever this comes out. I'm not sure when this is going to come out. But as of right now, it comes out next week, I think. That's going to be cool. I'm excited to see that movie because it's going to be a lot different from what I've seen. You don't really have like sets. You're just like out in the wilderness, and that's what I'm concerned about a little bit because it doesn't really seem like there's a set. They're just like always just out in like a field somewhere, or just like at the edge of Australia somewhere. So like, I hope all the fight scenes aren't just like in the middle of nowhere. It's we're always conveniently at an unmarked location because I mean it's cool to just see some like broken boulders or someone getting punched to a mountain. But no, I want to see like some consequence, right? I want to see these people like rescue a kid from a burning building, or a skyscraper falling or something. These guys are supposed to be like super super strong, but I haven't seen the movie yet, so we shall see. Next up, next up, next up. Oh, speaking of TV shows and reboots, I don't really know who this is gonna excite, because it definitely didn't excite me. Degrassi is coming back. That was like that one TV show. I don't know. Was that back in like the 80s or something? I don't know. It's that TV show with Drake, when like Drake was, before he was a rapper. I guess he was an actor, like a child actor, and he was in this show. He was like a bully or something, and so he gets like shot. And like there's like a school shooting episode, I guess. Like that's all I know. And he's like in a wheelchair for a bit in the show. Like I don't know anything about that show. I've never seen it. All I know is like the Drake wheelchair thing. So if you're excited for that, you're probably older than me, or maybe your parents just put whatever on to get you to shut up as a kid. I have no idea. Whoever's excited for Degrassi, congratulations. Apparently it's going to come out in the spring. Good for y'all. I did say we would have a weird sports drama that I don't know if that's in the description or something, but yeah. Weird sports drama. I don't have any sports drama just yet, but I was on Twitter. Saw some kind of weird. I don't follow football. I don't really care for it. Besides Super Bowl. I am a Patriots fan. Do not kill me. But I was born in Boston. Yeah, go Patriots. I don't think they're doing well right now. But again, I wouldn't know. But the Bills are being weird again. It's always the fans or the players or Tom Brady, but that's just Tom Brady. But apparently, Bart Scott, I don't know who that is, but apparently he had said that Josh Allen, I also don't know who that is. I think Josh Allen is a football player on the Bills. Bart said that Josh should take Viagra to help him in this next game to deal with the snow. If someone could in a comment or send me a message or whatever and like let me know if that works, that'd be cool. Because quite frankly, I don't know. Because if I don't know who Bart is, I don't know if he's like a team member, like a teammate, or if he's like a football announcer or something like that. I don't know. I feel like there would be a lot better things to say, like maybe get some hand warmers or layer up something. But nah, just pop a couple blue pills at your local gas station, and that'll help you out. Play some football. That's such a strange. I don't want to imagine that because that's weird. But that's such a strange thing to say, especially like on TV. I think it happened on TV. But who knows? I don't. Oh, but yeah, football has always been weird to me because I remember back in like 2015 maybe, there was like a whole movie on how the NFL is like, we know that all of our players have like irreversible brain damage, but we're not going to fix that or take any precautions. They got helmets, they're fine. And then that was it, right? That movie was like quite literally made to expose the NFL, and nothing has changed since, right? Like they're still running each other full speed, heads banging. Like I saw a clip the other day of a dude getting his like teeth knocked out because someone ran into him real hard on the field. And people are saying, "Oh, that's why you wear your mouth guard." Like, what? No. I feel like there should be a better way to protect your teeth than just some flimsy plastic thing dangling out your mouth. Like, I feel like, I don't know, there should be a rule against that, maybe? I mean, the dude looked like he was standing still. So, I don't know. I don't follow football. I watch sports for the fights more than most likely. Like, I think I'm a sole believer in that there should be a lot more fights in sports. I haven't seen a good one over a long time. Because, hockey is hockey. There's always going to be a fight at hockey. Because, like, apparently that's, like, part of the game now. Like, because I think, like, people of the opposite team, they'll just, like, do beforehand. They're like, hey, do you want to, like, box it out at, like, halftime? I don't know if halftime's a thing in hockey, but you know what I mean. So, apparently they talk to each other about it beforehand. So that's amazing. But no, I want, like, the unplanned fights. I want there to be... Because baseball, as boring as baseball is, they be fighting. And it's always funny with baseball because baseball players they stand up for each other. If two dudes get in a fight, the entire team on both sides are coming out to that field, right? It's never just a 1v1. It always turns a 1v1 to just like a street brawl. And it's great. And I need that in every sport, right? I want Steph Curry to just like slap somebody in the audience. Like I just need that. Right? I remember Kobe. Yeah, it was LeBron. Rest in peace, Kobe. It was LeBron. These people were heckling LeBron the other day. It was like a couple weeks ago. And LeBron was just like, all right, get him out of here. Called the ref, called security, got him kicked out. And everyone's like, oh, what the heck, LeBron? He's a snitch. He's a snitch. It's like, dude, they were saying some pretty messed up stuff. Especially they were saying stuff about his kids, right? Now, me, I would have thrown the basketball at him, because he was like right next to him. I would just grab that ball and just like bunted it right into their nose. And so that's what I need to see now on. If you're a basketball player, like you don't even need to be NBA, high school, college, whatever. Someone's like talking trash to you on the field, on the stands, kick them. Just kick them right in the face. Just kick them like square in the chest. Go ahead. Because what are they gonna do? Sue you? No. Well, okay, they will. But if you're a professional, they can't. Because you're fighting words. There's like a law now. Fighting words. So if they say something too crazy, just kick him square in the chest, charges to be dropped. Just fight the enemy team too. Dude keeps fouling you, punch him in the balls. I don't know. I want to see a fight in every single sport. I want to see fights in basketball. I want to see fights in baseball. I want to see fights in football. I want to see fights in tennis. I would love to see a tennis fight, right? Because tennis is a very what's the word? I don't want to say high class. That's kind of strange. No, it's a very professional sport. It's all about the handshake at the end, and you have to be quiet in the stands, right? And we should keep the quiet in the stands. I like that. I used to play tennis, but I want there to be just a scenario where, like Nadal, because Nadal gets pissed all the time regardless. Rafael Nadal. So I just want to see him just one day just put his racket down, like nice and slow. Just walk up to whoever he's playing against, like Federer or whatever, or like Monfils, and just sock him in the jaw. Just one good time. That would change the history. That would change tennis forever. And I can't wait. Because I just need that one time. I need that. I'll become a professional tennis player if that means that I get to just beat somebody with a tennis racket just like half to death. I mean, not half to death. That's too much. Because fights have a sense of classiness to them. You know what I mean? You fight someone on the street, you know when to stop usually. But I need to see just one tennis fight, just one, because that would just change everything, right? And that'd be the greatest thing ever. Because you know what? King Richard, the movie King Richard, great movie. Watch that. A couple like last month, I think. Such a great movie. I was so angry at the end. I think you were supposed to be when you had Venus playing against that. It was like the last match you saw. Essentially, Venus playing against that one European lady. And you see how the lady, she freaking like was getting whooped, and so she like went to the bathroom for like an hour. And so I would have freaking just went into that bathroom and then just dragged her out. I'm like, nah, because I for one think that lady was doing coke. I don't know if that was like a freaking I don't know if that was implied, but I could have sworn she was doing coke. Because ain't no reason for you to be, because obviously she was doing it to screw with Venus, right? But like, dang. You can at least like leave the cocaine on your like nose so that we know what you're doing. You know what I mean? Don't just act like you were just constipated for an hour. It's like, oh, cool, I'm ready to go. I'm like, no, I don't care what anyone says. That lady was doing coke. That's why she won. I don't care for any explanations. I don't care anything like that. She was doing coke. End of story. But yeah, Venus should have just threw a racket at her. That's what I think she should have done. And she still has a chance. I mean, Venus... Shoot, let's have Venus and Serena just, like, box it out. They're sisters. They've gotten in a fight before. You saw in the movie. No, you didn't. But they're siblings. I have a little brother. Me and him box it out sometimes. I just want to see, like, a friendly just boxing match on a tennis court. Because you have, I mean, you have the sports that have fighting like MMA, the blah 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 blah. But then boxing, but whatever. You're expecting that. I want to see I want like a tennis court. I want like the Wimbledon, right? I want the Arthur Ashe Stadium to just look like a GTA 5 lobby, right? Because Grand Theft Auto, I might re-download Grand Theft Auto 5 because that was a good game. Not even because of like, oh, the story was great, the combat was great. No, it's because the most ridiculous things would happen to you out of nowhere. Right, I remember I was playing online, so I wasn't doing like the single player stuff. I was playing with other people. Excuse me. And so I'm supposed to doing this mission or whatever, and I get lost. I'm in the woods, right? No, in the mountains, not the woods. I'm in the mountains. And so I see this mountain lion coming at me, so I'm like, okay, that's not cool. So I start shooting at it, because I'm not trying to like die. I'm in the middle of a mission. All of a sudden, I get run over by a truck. Granted, I'm in the middle of nowhere, right? I'm not just like in the middle of a street. Like no one else was supposed to be here except me. But no, some guy apparently followed me from like the starting point of the mission, followed me to where I was lost at, just so he could hit me with the truck and so that he could do the mission instead of me. I'm focusing on like trying not to get my throat ripped out. This guy's focusing on trying to just embarrass me. And stuff like that happens all the time. I can't even get a haircut in that game with someone just tossing a grenade in there. I remember one time I was trying to buy guns. Just trying to buy an extra gun. And I come out. And there is 7, like 18-wheelers all just directly in front of me. Just directly outside the establishment. There's like a gang of people in 18-wheelers. And they were harassing people. So I'm like, okay. I don't think they've seen me just yet. So I just, started shooting them a little bit. But no. I got ran over, blown up, and lit up in like the span of like 20 seconds. And it was horrifying. Because they come after you too. That's the thing about GTA 5 online. They don't just let you do what you want after they get payback, right? They will find you. Because it's easy. You can just like, oh, this person your enemy now. And you can like find them no matter where they are. And they'll just keep coming after you till you quit the game. So I had to clear because I was had enough. I was sick and tired of getting chased around with 18-wheelers. So yeah, I want that to happen with every single sporting event. I just want chaos. I want people to just like hit each other with motorcycles in the Wimbledon. I want the Australian Open to just look like a Mad Max movie. I want football players, instead of just running into each other, I want them to just drop kick each other. Like every sport has to have at least like one time where it looks like a WWE cage match. That's what I'm calling for, and that is what I want. But on that note, thank you all for listening to the first episode of the Who's Talkin' podcast. I'm Christian. I'm the host who's talking. I'm dropping a lot of stuff for some reason, and my allergies are acting up again. But, excuse me. I will see you guys later. I know the audio is bad. I'll fix it eventually. Leave a comment, like, and subscribe. Do whatever you do on Apple Podcasts. I don't know. Subscribe, follow, listen a bunch on Spotify. I want to have a cool looking like Spotify Wrapped at the end of the year. I'll see you guys later. Peace.